Ramble.
Zach, do you use a phone?
I sure do.
Let me tell you about something incredible. It's called Visible. It's an all-in $40 a month phone service with no annual contracts and unlimited data on Verizon's 4G LTE network.
But when you join with up to 3 friends, you can pay as little as $25 a month with Visible's Party Pay.
You know what's crazy, Zach?
What?
There's 4 of us, and we could all join the Visible Party Pay and pay just $25 a month for unlimited data, messages, and minutes on Verizon's 4G LTE network.
Visible's Party Pay is an awesome way to save even more on their already absurdly affordable phone service. And you'll never share your bills, accounts, or unlimited data. Everyone just pays less.
With Party Pay, you can get together with 1, 2, or 3 others, and everyone's bill goes down for each new person, as low as $25 a month. You'll get the same unlimited data, messaging, and minutes on Verizon's 4G LTE network without sharing your bills, accounts, or your unlimited data.
That means you'll never pay together, just save together. And you know what they say? Friends that save together, stay together. Save together. Plus, with Party Pay, you can save with literally anyone. Friends, frenemies, family, significant others, total strangers. Just walk down the street and scream, "Who wants to save money on your phone bill?" Even internet randos like us. Get started with Party Pay at visible.com/tryguys. That's visible.com/tryguys.
One more time, visible.com/tryguys. Thank you to Visible, Away, and Native for sponsoring today's episode of the TryPod.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. It's the Try Guys and the TryPod. Why is everyone staring at me?
You're so funny.
Oh, that was awkward.
No, it was good.
Shit, you take it away.
Because the camera's on both of us, which means I'm smiling, but you got this, Eugene.
Okay,
you're running
this
away
is
with
the
it.
TryPod. It's the podcast where we talk about things, and it's the 3 of the other guys with Miles. It's Ned and
Hey.
Zach and Keith.
Yep.
And then me, Eugene. All right.
That intro, Eugene, was a breath of fresh air.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
So nice.
Today we are talking about a recent video we came out with where we discussed how we had left BuzzFeed. It was a long time coming, but it was finally time for us to open up a little bit about that. We're also going to talk about Baby Yoda from The Mandalorian.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Going to discuss a little bit about Zach's burgeoning TikTok career.
Mm-hmm.
Flames, yo.
And
What's that mean? I don't know.
read a drunk email and maybe recap a little bit of our drunk Thanksgiving holidays.
Yeah, we had quite the weekend. Everybody was out of the office. It was a full Thanksgiving holiday, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Celestial Sunday, and Cyber Monday.
Is Small Business Saturday still a thing?
Yeah.
It seems like Black Friday now is just this amorphous blob that continues and continues. You know what? I'm going to say what? It's dope. I think it's great.
I mean, we brought it back with Keith supporting small farmers and businesses and a small business of his own with Keith's Hot Sauce.
Yeah, my chicken sauce actually sold
out?
out in a day and a half, which was crazy. We sold 10,000 bottles of hot sauce.
Hot sauce,
Who are
damn.
you, Shane Dawson?
I
My
know.
God, Keith.
I think I should make a palette now that
Of
has
hot sauce.
shades
Oh my God,
of
yes.
fried chicken and sides. It'll be called beige.
Why don't you do a hot sauce palette that you open up and it has different little
And it
dippings?
stings your
Oh,
face.
that's funny. A little like a hot sauce sampler that's actually shaped like a palette.
You could call it the
yeah.
palette cleanser.
Oh,
wow.
Okay, everybody, podcast's over. I gotta get to work. That's amazing. What a good name.
I'm very affected, Eugene, by your opening energy. It makes me want to do our NPR episode instead of making jokes. I kind of feel like I'm going to stay at this low.
Well, I've been awake since 3 a.m. because I just flew in from Phoenix from a wedding. So I'm like loopy doop. That's why I was kind of crazy. And I'm thinking about Chris Evans and Knives Out and how beautiful he is. So I'm kind of in a weird mood. I'm like thinking about him in that sweater. Ooh, that knit sweater.
His shoulder blades are so bulbous.
Ugh, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean
That's
that.
not a positive
like-
connotation.
You're talking about
type
the
of word,
traps.
Zach.
I'm talking about the traps.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally
Because he's
back.
Captain America.
But still, why do you call them bulbous?
Because like the
I've
little...
never described anything pleasurable as bulbous.
Oh, then you, my friend, ain't living.
What about Bulbasaur?
Yeah, he's pleasurable.
He's hot. Fine whip me, daddy.
Keith, you started the new Pokemon?
Oh, I not only started the new Pokemon, I have beaten the new Pokemon.
No way.
Yes.
Whoa.
I started it a couple weekends ago. Basically, I only played it on the airplane because I've been traveling for Louberger shows, and I plowed through it. My one complaint is that by the time you get to the first gym or the second gym, they've introduced you to this wild area with very strong Pokemon, which makes you think you need to be way stronger than you are. So I had never had trouble defeating anyone. The only time that all my Pokemon passed out was trying to catch a big old Gengar. Couldn't catch him.
Max Ray battle.
Too tough. No, it wasn't even right now. Because they have these just giant, like, they said, oh, you encountered an extra strong this.
Yeah.
And it's just like a level 55, and you're like level 15. And you're like, I'm going to go for it.
And apparently
Sounds like a big difference.
the only challenge of the game is that if you try to catch a Pokemon where your Pokemon is a lower level, then it's really, really hard.
It's really hard.
But if you're the same level, then it's usually like pretty easy. I haven't died once.
If you're above, I only died that one time, and it was because I was being overzealous.
You get Gigantamax anything?
I just, after you beat the game, you get a Charmander. And then you
After you beat the game?
Yeah, because there's still shit to do after, because you got to catch all 400 Pokemons.
Do you get a choice, or is it just, here's a Charmander?
It's just, here's a Charmander, bro. And you just walk into someone else's bedroom, and they're like,
Congrats.
somebody's left you a Charmander. I'm like, but it's not in my room. It's in my friend's room. This is a really weird place to put this. But it was fun. It's a great nostalgia game. It kind of feels open world at times, which is cute. And the story, my biggest complaint.
You know, lay it down, man.
Spoilers.
They have these like unskippable cutscenes that are just, am I 4 years old? It is clearly for children. The
Probably
game is so
marketed
for
to
children.
4-year-olds.
Near the end, you do nothing. You'll walk like 10 feet before it goes back into a story. It's like, okay, now go for it. Habsinator, which was my character's name. And then I walk 10 feet, and then it's back into a prepackaged scene, and you do nothing to forward the action at the end. That was the only shitty part.
You guys know I don't know much about Pokemon, Pokemon.
Yeah.
Really not sure the pronunciation. I can't name all 152 or even 15.
It's like 800.
Pokemon Snap.
Sure, you can name 15.
I don't think I can.
Let's go right now.
All right. Pikachu.
Yep.
Charmander.
Yep.
Bulbasaur. Charizard.
Yep.
Jinx.
Wow.
Mr. Mime.
Oh, it's because me
Mr.
and
Mime.
Zach constantly talk about
Yeah,
Jinx
and I'm
and
just
Mr.
thinking
Mime.
about that stupid movie.
That's fucking weird.
You got 6.
Dodrio.
And
Wow.
Good call.
Doug Trio.
yes, that's a totally different one.
That is true. Yeah,
How are you
Dodrio and
counting?
Dodrio.
Look at how Keith is counting. He's
oh,
crossed
so
his hands like a
stressful.
peacock.
Okay, what's the little water one?
Squirtle.
There we go.
Squirtle.
What's his biggest?
Squarzard. No.
Charizard.
Alexander Skarsgård.
All right, and I think you got more than you thought though.
Wow,
you
I
got
pulled
some deep dive
deep ones out thanks
Mhm.
to the visually arresting nature of the new Pokemon movie.
Yeah.
We saw Pokemon in a store though, and I want to get with the cool kids. I want to get on the bandwagon. You know,
Yes.
Keith plays, Miles plays,
I played.
Zach plays, Eugene plays. Basically, everyone plays but me.
I actually don't play.
You never
you
played.
know.
No, but
You watch the
actually, you
cartoons?
guys have to look at my YouTube watch history. I watch everything about the game.
Oh wow.
I know every gym leader. I like
so you
the story.
watch
and
all
the
the
characters.
cutscenes without the game.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know
wish I
all the
had you.
evolutions. I like memorize the
have a
Pokemon.
buddy
names.
like
Hand
that.
off the switch and be like, Eugene, give
It's
me
fun.
the
Yeah, I just like
give me the overrunner here. What are they talking about?
Because don't they have finally they have a ghost gym leader?
Yeah.
In this new one,
And he's very spooky.
and he's like
Yeah,
a
I don't
rock
even know
star.
what you're talking about.
That's
Yeah,
a different
it's-
one.
But doesn't he play like the guitar?
That is the dark gym leader.
There's
The
a
dark gym leader. Yeah,
there's
he
a
looks
little
fun.
sad kid who wears a mask who fights with ghosts.
That's the ghost. So this is the first dark gym leader they've ever had.
yes.
Yeah.
So I want to get your opinion on this because we saw it in the store, and I strongly hinted to Ariel that she should get it for me as a Christmas present. And then she said, "Well, let's just buy it now, and then I'll wrap it for you." I'm like, "No. Then it wouldn't be as fun. It wouldn't be a surprise. It would feel like I bought it with my big boy money."
Right.
And when I get a present, I want somebody else to buy it with their big boy money, even if it's from the same bank
And
account.
this was the game Pokemon?
Yeah. You told me to get the shield version, right?
I got
Yeah, I don't even know what that
red.
means.
And I got
Sword.
sword. I got sword.
Is that red?
Pretty much.
I got red.
But wait,
Yeah.
here's what I'm curious, because Ned, I know you made this.
Is it okay?
You made this mistake last year where you asked for Super Smash Brothers for Christmas, and then you had to she did.
Time is a fucking flat circle. You're absolutely right. The same thing happened last year.
Because now you have to wait for Christmas to get your gift, right?
No.
That was where you came up with Buy It With Your Big Boy.
You're right. I was ranting that I had made the opposite choice.
A year further into daddom and how things have changed.
Well, Keith, you mentioned you were playing Pokemon on your Louburger tour. Did you want to mention a few dates coming up to the listeners?
If you're listening and you are in the city of Chicago, St. Louis, or Phoenix, Arizona, we'll be in Chicago on December 17th, and then we're going to be in St. Louis on the 19th and Phoenix on the 21st. LouburgerComedy.com. Not Louburger.com because somebody bought that one and is holding it ransom for way too much money.
How much?
It's like $7,000. Like, that's ridiculous.
Ooh.
And
I
instead,
have questions.
you know who bought it? It was
Who?
a company called HugeDomains.com, and that's what they do. They go and buy domains that people are trying to get and outbid them and then hold them hostage. So we bought the URL fuckhugedomains.com, and it also will take you to LouburgerComedy.com.
Hey, all right.
I like very John Oliver of you.
Yeah, we were like, well, we'll just buy this. We can buy this for cheap, and it's a funny story for us.
So you guys just released a big video. Do you want to speak about that?
Oh, we're recording
The
it
How We
on
Left
Cyber
Buzzfeed.
Monday, which is the beginning of Trymas, where we release extra videos on Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
And
3 videos a week.
Yeah. The first one was How We Left Buzzfeed, a story told from 4 different perspectives, which is this new format that we're very excited about. We're calling it Story Try. But then we realized that didn't mean anything to anyone, so now we're calling it From 4 Different Perspectives.
Literally tells you what it is.
What do we call it? 4-way.
No.
Ooh, sure.
What do we call it? Steamy 4-way.
Okay, I'm on board now.
But we realized that the story of how we got our independence was something that people really wanted to learn more about and to hear about. And we each experienced it a little differently as we experienced everything in life. So we came up with this cool format that shows our 4 different perspectives and interweaves them in a way that you can figure out what's truth and what's fiction, and also how do different types of people experience different events.
But basically, we talked about, mostly you should pay attention to the end where I rant about how we don't have enough subscribers. Which I do feel, I just feel we aren't controversial. We're so nice to the internet world. We don't take advantage of our fans by charging like $700 a ticket for our live shows. We don't do and all these other people who do that, they got more people, which means they get more opportunities. And what's going on? How did YouTube Red buy a show from James Charles? It's so problematic. Yes,
Really?
he's like the host of a beauty reality show that YouTube Originals is going to make. And I'm like, how? What? He was just in so much trouble. He caused so much trouble. He and the girl, and then the Jeffrey, all of them are always making trouble.
Maybe, Keith, we need to make more trouble.
We always joke about it, but we don't know how.
We don't know
We
how.
keep trying to say we're starting beef with the Merrills. We're not.
Yeah, do they have beef? Are they beefing?
No. They're very sweet, and they talk at the same time.
So if you're watching this, on YouTube, subscribe. If you're watching this,
Oh,
if
no
you're
one's
listening
watching to
this,
this who's not
There's
subscribed.
several hundred thousand, several tens of thousands of people watching on YouTube.
Eugene, I know you were interested in not the How We Left Buzzfeed, but the How We Left Buzzfeed. The why.
Mm-hmm.
Why did we make that video?
Yeah, because we avoided doing anything with that type
Right.
of terminology for
Yeah.
almost 2 years now.
We want to stay above the drama.
No, but I think it's just what it doesn't make sense to harp on a former employer for views at this point, because we're also not in the thick of that. But I also think that what Keith was actually speaking on was a big reason why we wanted to make it more explicitly clear as much as possible that we aren't with BuzzFeed, because I would say like 90% of people that approach me on the street still ask how BuzzFeed is. They ask me how I'm doing at BuzzFeed. Like they'll be like, "Oh, Eugene from BuzzFeed, you're still at BuzzFeed."
Mm-hmm.
So it's because we haven't been very explicit about it that people are still confused. The average viewer who still, and I asked them, "Have you seen our recent videos?" They still have seen our recent videos, have not subscribed because they think they're watching BuzzFeed.
Wow.
So we have to put out these videos to be a little more like, because that's half the reason. You mentioned at the end we have how many unique visitors to our?
We actually have, I think, for every 90 days, we have 25 million different viewers.
Different people watching the video.
And we
20
only
million
have
do it
viewers.
on purpose.
And we only have 6.5 million subscribers, so that's crazy to me that we aren't that most of those people, and it just shows that a lot of people don't realize we're not.
Yeah, I think many people still think we still work at BuzzFeed. And I think part of the issue is that BuzzFeed was so all-encompassing during the time we were there, and we were not just in Try Guys videos, we were in many videos that they think of us as like internet people that sort of just, whatever they were watching was just under BuzzFeed in their mind. So yeah, I think the big thing for the video was to at least give an explicit call out to the fact that we are not there. And if you didn't know that before, now you do, and hopefully you subscribe to the independent channel.
Because we were debating over the title, should we call it How We Started a Company or should we call it How We Left BuzzFeed? And we ultimately decided that having...
You're talking about way back when? The first one or this one?
This one. This one.
Yeah.
If the first one was too soon after and we didn't want it, it would inevitably feel very much like a Why We Left BuzzFeed video, which we didn't want to do. But for this one, now it's almost 2 years later, specifically saying We Left BuzzFeed in the title, which some people... might only see the title and not click on it. And other people might see the title, click on it, watch the first 5 minutes, right? There's probably a subset of people that watch every minute of every video and really understand our story and being independent. But that was important to make it clear that we left BuzzFeed, that we're independent. We're doing cool things.
We're doing so many cool things. Not only are we doing Trimest.
Yeah, Keith, we get it that you're doing cool things. You got a sold-out hot sauce. You're on tour. Do you even need us, Keith?
Yes, I do. You're the main marketing platform for all of those things.
Hey, Keith, get over here. Away.
Wait, what?
Away Suitcases. Away creates thoughtful products built for the way modern travelers see the world. They started with the perfect suitcase, and now they offer a range of essentials, all of which will make your travels more seamless.
I gotta tell you, I'll cut the silliness right now. I love these suitcases.
Whoever said it's all about the journey has never traveled during the holidays.
That's right.
It's the most stressful, craziest time to hit the road, but Away's products are designed to work and fit together, making travelers smoother for the holidays and beyond.
I will say that traveling in the holidays is such a pain because you have all these gifts, right? You have all your gifts, you've got all your winter clothes that you're pulling out, and trying to get all those things organized into ways that make sense is so much easier with Away. They've got this thing that sort of presses all your soft goods down and has a little net area to put all your like clanky stuff or your boots or stuff like that. You know clanky stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Clanky stuff. And everyone has a unique travel style, which is why Away offers a range of suitcases made of different materials. They got polycarbonate, aluminum, or aluminium for our British buddies, and durable nylon. Variety of colors and 2 carry-on sizes. So, for whoever you are and whatever you need to pack, gifts, comfy clothes, holiday treats, whatever, Away has luggage that works for how you travel. Feature check.
All of Away's suitcases are thoughtfully designed to last a lifetime with durable exteriors that can withstand even the roughest of baggage handlers. Feature check.
Every suitcase comes with an interior organization system that includes a built-in compression pad to help you pack more and a hidden and removable laundry bag that separates your dirty clothes. Feature check.
4 360-degree spinner wheels guarantee the smoothest roll, even through the most hectic of airports and stations. Feature check.
A TSA-approved combination lock keeps your belongings
Safe.
Well, that was just about the best commercial I've ever listened to.
Yeah, it's not even over.
For $20 off any suitcase or bag, visit awaytravel.com/tryguys and use the promo code TRYGUYS during checkout.
That's $20 off any suitcase or bag by visiting awaytravel.com/tryguys and using the promo code TRYGUYS when you check out. We're looking at getting an office. Like we're on our way of moving out of this house.
Oh, yeah.
So we actually...
Is that news? Have people heard that before?
I feel like we've said that.
We dropping that?
Say it again!
We are looking at we're like pretty much closing on an office space that we
What's the
have found.
address?
It is.
Okay.
I
All right.
I barely know this address. But it is so exciting because we're trying to build out a space that we can use to do things like without a recipe, without having to rent out a space, like all the shows that we do. And we're really excited because we get to build out this office to fit our needs.
It's
not
just an
us
empty
moving in
box.
it's just we are literally drawing the walls, drawing which walls are glass. It's like...
Which is stressful.
It's stressful, and we didn't realize.
Empty blueprint, and we had this day the other day where we were debating like an extra foot, give or take, of where the wall was gonna go, and it like how it's gonna impact like the space into the kitchen, and that impacts how we're gonna shoot. So we were putting measuring tape on the floor and thinking like, I think this is enough space for an editing room. I don't know. But that's permanent decision making.
I mean, it's a 5-year lease. That's
Whoa.
a long time.
That's
You
exciting.
not know that, Miles?
I didn't know it was a 5-year lease.
Yeah,
that's so exciting.
That's like most commercial office spaces are like, big time leases.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you are bought in, buddy.
I'm in, baby. I'm so excited.
Are you ever in a building and you're like, why did these idiots design it this way? You know, like the normal everyday uses are oftentimes lost when you're in the design phase. So I just like this experience has given me a lot of respect for architects, a lot of respect for designers. I mean, it's very hard when you're looking at a piece of paper to understand, how is your elbow not going to bump into the cabinets when you're trying to open the cabinet and the refrigerator at the same time?
Yeah. I'm very excited for us to have a dedicated podcast studio
Hell
because
yeah.
every time we record the podcast, it's like we move out our other studio stuff and we kind of position each camera so it's not showing all the mess that's in this same room that we shoot every video in.
This room is filthy.
Yeah.
This room sucks.
You're listening to the nastiest podcast.
There's a hole in the corner that's slowly gobbling up garbage.
Oh my God, you're
You
right.
not see the hole in the corner?
I've never noticed that.
It's been there for a while.
There's
yeah.
just one of the. It's not even a tile. It's part of the slab of wood has cracked.
Yeah, the slab, there's no support underneath it, and a C-stand was on it, and it just
Oh
went
my
into
God.
the floor, yeah.
Yikes.
We learned from an expert that came into this house that this room was an addition to the house. So clearly they did a shoddy job.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's permitted.
Out of here.
There's
Yeah,
a bug.
There's a bug in
It's
here.
a mosquito.
It's
Oh,
a
really?
Mosquito.
Is what it is.
I just saved your life, Zach. You
Were
almost
you-
had a mosquito bite on your face, and I was like,
Dude, thank you for blowing. And you know what? You're welcome to do that, to blow on my face anytime you want, mosquito or otherwise. Ooh,
You
minty.
see it by me, let me know, because I can't see it anymore, and I
Ugh.
don't want to be bit.
So what are you most excited for the new office? Is there like, are we going to put in a slide? Are we going to put in...
Not tall enough for a slide, but
Oh,
we've
okay.
considered that.
It's tall enough for a slide if you want. Anything's tall enough for a slide, my man.
Miles, we're putting in a server room.
Whoa. Not super exciting, but...
Oh my God, wait,
What is going
Zach
on
just
with
spit
you?
out his teeth.
No, make it all around your face. I just back to you.
Keith, slap Eugene.
Where is it?
I was swallowing a pill and I had liquid in my mouth, but I saw a mosquito, so I spat liquid out of my mouth to save your life.
All those viewers watching the video got
You're
to
gonna love
see
that.
Yeah, well.
Zach almost drowned.
This tea stain, we'll find out. I have a meeting today.
Tea definitely
Yeah,
stains.
it
That's
stains.
the point of...
Your shirt's pretty dark though.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll
I'll
wash
tell you
out.
one thing I'm
Well, but what
excited
for
about,
the
Miles.
meeting, though?
Yeah.
We're building a beautiful open kitchen that can also double as a shooting space. We're gonna have the two walls of the kitchen be two different looks. They'll also blend together nicely so you can shoot in the corner. But it can be kind of basically everything we're designing in the office can also be a shooting space.
Which is cool because we're hoping that we could shoot things like Without a Recipe there, which you are going to get 4 episodes of in December starting this Saturday. All you need to know is that there are multiple extreme emotional meltdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
There's
Yeah.
melting baked goods. There's melting personalities.
The only meltdown they've seen was Keith during pie when his pie beads went wrong.
Yeah.
None of that compares to
Oh, that's small
That's
change.
small
Yeah,
change
that was
compared to
not-
what's
you thought
happening
that was a
this month.
disaster. Wait till you see some
Oh.
of the disasters in these episodes.
There
They
was-
are disasters.
This doesn't give anything away, but there was a moment when we were shooting where the cameramen had to unhook from the monitors and follow one of you to capture the action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, because they were just they were stuck on tripods, and so I believe the moment you're talking about, I came and yelled, I'm like, go fucking follow. It was
Yeah.
real
It was-
TV drama. And I was like, just go. I don't care what it looks like. Just go.
I believe I was the subject of that moment, and I was frantically scraping through the trash.
It was
Why was I doing that? Well, you just have to wait to find out.
one of the most riveting, 5 minutes
Yeah.
uninterrupted. We'll have to release just that raw
know.
take.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you'll get that tenseness in the cut that we had in the room, but I'm just kind of lightly blotting
Look at
myself.
you. You are funny. You were
I feel like you're spreading it out.
Yeah, you're definitely making it worse.
Your grandmother at a fancy dinner, and
I'm-
she's just doing what she can to get that little bit of au jus out of her blouse.
Turning my sweater into a Rorschach mask.
It really does look way worse.
Speaking of
here's
Zach's-
one other thing about the new office that's really cool is it was originally designed to be a bank. Crazy, right?
Wait,
but,
really?
Yeah.
Is there a vault?
It was going to be a hybrid bank and Starbucks. Yeah, one side was Starbucks, where our office is, and one side was going to be a bank.
And now we're
And
going
the vault, yes, there was a vault. Guess what? That's going to be our sound stage. It was the biggest, most giant room in the space. We're like, it's perfect.
That's awesome.
We'll make it a giant sound stage.
Oh, that's
We
so
should
cool.
call it the vault.
Yeah.
The stage will be vault.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, because we were talking about we have to get like these big old doors to get equipment in. Can we get one of those giant circular? I've always wanted to open one of those, and to break in, and to lock someone in and say, "Sorry, buddy boy," and then close it. That's
so
the
Zach,
dream. What, Miles?
You've been making some
I'm
very.
sorry. I just wanted to yell at you.
I love it. You've been making some very special art on the internet lately. You joined the legions of teens on TikTok.
Yes, sir.
And
Clocker.
I want you to share your experience and what you found, because I also downloaded TikTok and I started watching, and it is haunting.
It's a lot. Well, I love.
Haunting.
Well, it's just very attention grabbing. You get lost in it.
Too addicting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me
Get
say,
really
Miles,
lost.
it means the world to me that you associate the talking most with my art, because I'm not the only talker of the tics.
Oh.
In fact, of this recent TikTok wave, I'm the third of us to join.
Really?
I thought you joined a long time ago.
Well, I'll back it up and I will tell that. But Eugene has been talking.
You've been talking?
Eugene's-
I only talked 4 times and then I stopped.
Eugene,
That's a lot.
Keith ticked a little.
I took the least. I did it like 2 nights. I'm like, it was fun. I'm just gonna watch other people.
I
The
guess-
kids are better at me
I
than
guess I've just been slocking off.
Yeah.
Follow Eugene. Let me see who's got the most followers between Zach and Eugene.
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
Probably
Eugene.
Zach, right? He's been on it longest.
No,
No,
you're
no.
sexier.
It's
than
obviously
him.
you, Eugene.
Yeah.
It is Eugene. but
So-
but I think Zach might have more cumulative views.
Oh.
So here's
You
what
have a
happened.
lot of TikToks, Zach.
He does have a lot of
How many
TikToks.
TikToks have
So
you done?
here's what happened.
Yeah.
Years ago, what is it, almost 2-3 years ago,
15.
I made a Musical.ly. And there was this week where I was homesick, and it was really that time. We're talking about how we left BuzzFeed. It was like towards the end of employment, and I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of just going to slack off for a little bit. Sorry, that's what I did. Made very few videos at the end there. Anyway, so I went home, and I was like, okay, this Musical.ly thing is blowing up. I got to figure this out, because we are viral video producers, and I think there's always this tendency when the new thing comes out to kind of stick your nose up at it and go, that's not for me.
It's for the children, not
For the youngins. And this is just a flash in the pan and is going to disappear. But that has been wrong a lot, right? We said that about Snapchat. It's had staying power. We said that about Instagram. I even said that about Twitter when it first started. So I was like, as a responsible video producer, I should look into this. I stayed home, made some Musical.lys, and Musical.ly really was just lip dubs. There wasn't quite much of a comedy
It was
ecosystem.
Dub Smash,
Yeah, and
but
like,
with more music.
and it was really about the transitions, and it was about you would record yourself in slow-mo, and then it plays it back in regular speed, so like you look like just all slick and sexy when you're dancing. So I did it for about 3-4 days, and I was going to make a video about it. And then the BuzzFeed legal department said, you can't do that. One, it's all copywritten music, but 2, Musical.ly was extremely stringent on their videos. You couldn't take it off the platform at all. So I did it. I kept doing a couple more. I slowly dwindled and then stopped. TikTok came. TikTok bought Musical.ly. That's been a thing that's been rising for the last year and a half, and I did the same thing again, where I stuck my nose up at it and I said, this is not for me. I'm not going to do this. But it certainly feels like it's been reaching a breaking point where it's getting bigger and bigger. The Rock is on it. Like, celebrities are moving over. Will Smith's got his tickety talk.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to know what it was. And then, this is the longest way of saying, when I reactivated my TikTok, it had all of my old Musical.lys.
Oh, no way.
So I went back.
So those are your Musical.lys.
Those
Yeah,
are my
some of them are,
Musical.lys.
yeah.
And then some, I've only made,
Then you
I
did
believe,
some new ones.
3 or 4 of the new TikToks.
See all over you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm still a mess.
Is still
I saw Musical.ly from my first day that I met you guys at BuzzFeed.
No way.
From the teen, it was the teen makeover video.
Yeah.
That was like one of my first days at BuzzFeed, and I was like, has Zach been on TikTok for like years? Like, how is this even possible? But it was just like, I guess from your Musical.ly, yeah.
Yeah, I was just playing around. So when it was Musical.ly, I was just trying to get good at transitions, because that was the cool thing that people were doing, where you kind of swoop it like behind a mirror and then you swoop it back and you're in a new outfit. Keith's doing a very unhelpful visual aid for an audio podcast.
Whoa!
Okay, that's a very long-winded story of my history with TikTok, but you guys are on it now too, and let's make this more of a conversation. What do you like and what do you dislike about it?
I think we shouldn't be on it. Here's why. The kids need to have their own fucking space to play around. This is for the teens. And what's so cool about it is that every teen can become famous on it because of the way that it's algorithmically driven.
Yeah.
And sometimes it shows you things from people that have 21 followers. Sometimes it shows you things from 21 million followers. And it's all in the same feed. And I think that us celebs, us incredibly popular, hugely impactful celebrities, such as myself in the same class as The Rock and Will Smith, we should not be on it. It's not for us. It's for them. Let them fucking have it. The only reason we're coming in is to try to build up a big thing so we can sell ads on it. And that's bullshit. I think we should not be on it. I think it should be for the kids to just entertain each other. And it should be theirs.
Ned, do you know about the TikTok algorithm? Because it is fascinating.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, You said TikTok, and I was like, no, I don't know about it. Then you said algorithm, and I was like, yeah, I do know about it. And I do know about it, but I don't know much about it.
I sent you a New York Times article, I think.
You tricked me. You got me. No, look, guys, I don't know much about Pokemans. I don't know much about TikTokers, but I do know about the algorithm, which it instead of being a chronological feed, everything is algorithmic based off of what you as an individual user like. Am I right so far?
Yeah,
Never having opened the app.
It learns about you, and exactly as Keith said, you are sometimes seeing things from very popular creators, and then I'm getting things that have like 14 views here to me from some random kid in Indiana. I'm like, how did this get to me? So it really is the most democratic of the viral apps. What's really interesting is, so I gained all these subscribers, and I've only made 4 or 5, but I deleted one because I had one tickety talk, that's what I call it, that makes me feel gives me a little bit of separation from it. One of my tickety talks got 2.5 million views. That's crazy, right?
A lot of tickety talking.
I joined it to prove that I could do it, and I did it, and I can. But then I released one like 3-4 days later, and it got 2,000 views, and then it stopped, and I'm like, oh fuck, this one sucks, and so I deleted it. But it is like, even when
what was the 2.5 million one?
2.5 million one is...
It's not the I can take your man.
That's the one.
Yeah, I love that song.
That's the other weird thing about TikTok is they basically want you to make the same thing as everyone else. They want you to just make a variation on the same joke, right?
Yeah. Yes. They want you.
Someone just scrolls through and watches a bunch of the same joke over and over and over
but told different ways.
When I wake up in the morning, pet his little floofster, touch his little mittens, give his nose a boopster. That's a very popular one.
There's a lot of ones that are like, it's like the idea of they saw something like the Harlem Shake and they were like, oh, this would be cool if we could build something where people could just recreate this format over and over and over again.
I wonder anyone under 14 listening to this must hate us, right?
Totally. I said something about TikTok on Twitter, and somebody was said, "Okay, boomer" or something.
Yeah,
I'm not a boomer.
I don't know.
Miles is 22.
But didn't most social media platforms end up first being targeted towards teens? And I think a lot of these platforms, before they become way too commercialized and monopolized by celebs, they're kind of cool because they feel like the weirdest place you can be. I can't be really weird on Instagram or Twitter anymore. But on TikTok, I have only put stuff that I was like, this can't go anywhere else. So I put like the weirdest fucking shit when I was bored on the TikTok when I started it and did the 4 posts. And it seemed like people were like, oh, this is fun, because it was just like, oh, you're just being a dumbass. Like, you're being dumb and kind of clever and just outside the box. And there's some TikTok channels that I haven't seen anywhere else that actually do some. There's like the classic category of like very attractive young white teenagers who are just becoming popular because they're super attractive. But
always will.
There's that always happen on anything. But there's this one like called the it's like the Science of Anatomy Museum or something. And it's literally a person who works there showing you cadavers and just showing you basically like the Body Works exhibit, like they're all preserved body parts, and just shows you like, when you get a stomach ache, it's not actually down here. This is your intestines. It's actually over here. And he's like just pulling bodies apart and showing you.
Oh my God.
It's brutal. It's the best TikTok channel. Yeah. But it wouldn't work anywhere else. So I think that there's some cool stuff there's some cool stuff there. Yeah, I like looking at the weird dead body parts.
I've
but
seen
it
that
was
too.
it's very
Yeah,
cool.
that's awesome.
Shout out to that channel.
I can see that as it's a way to kind of just have unbridled creativity because you're not thinking so much about, it needs to like look a certain way or feel a certain way. You can just kind of throw it up and like have fun with it. And if it sucks, not a lot of people will see it, but nobody knows that it was a failure except you.
Yeah.
And if you don't view it as a failure, you view it as a fun thing, then it doesn't matter.
It is so addictive, though. Like, I downloaded it because my teen cousin was like, hey, you should get TikTok. You would be good on it. And then we had a 13-year-old in the office the other day, and she also was like, you should get TikTok. It'd be fun on it. And all the songs, because they play over and over, they get stuck in your head. So, like, all weekend, I've had this song that's like one of the viral TikToks, and it's this guy being like, da 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 da.
I know that.
When I pump sound.
That's also been stuck in my head all
I know,
weekend.
and
Fuck
it's insane. I looked at it for like, I was on the plane and I got the internet, and I was looking at it for like an hour, and my girlfriend was like, "Are you still on that?" And it's just,
bad.
it's infinite.
Yeah,
It's
Becky and I will cuddle up together and just watch TikToks. I'm not kidding. Like, we'll
love
just
that.
get lost in a hole. You know, it's crazy, Zach. Even in December, when it's cold, I still sweat like a demon.
But you know what? I haven't noticed it as much lately since you started using native deodorant.
You nailed it. I got to say, native deodorant, I love it because it's formulated without aluminum, parabens, and talc. For me, I'm allergic to a lot of other deodorants. So
Yeah,
like,
we're
this
sensitive skin boys.
This is one that actually works really well for me, and I love it. It's filled with ingredients found in nature, such as coconut oil
shea butter.
and tapioca starch.
Yum.
Also, they never test on animals, and they offer free shipping in return. So, I mean, that's so good. It's good for you. It's good for the world.
People sweat. People smell when they sweat, so you got to use deodorant. We all know that. But you can be using deodorant better. There is a better option out there, and it's called Native, and you've just been listening to us tell you about it, so go get it.
Don't even just take it from us. They have over 9,000 five-star reviews. You can check them out on The Today Show and Elle Magazine, on Pop Sugar, Refinery 29. The list goes on and on. And there's something for everyone. Native comes in a wide variety of enticing scents for men and women. Plus, they release new limited edition seasonal scents throughout the year. They also have unscented formula, my favorite, and baking soda-free formulas for those with sensitivities to that. Some of those scents include their classics like coconut and vanilla, lavender and rose, cucumber and mint, and eucalyptus and mint, which I've been showering with eucalyptus in the shower recently.
Oh, wow.
I love eucalyptus.
Dude, you sound glamorous.
Those
Your life.
koalas got it right.
They get it.
They get it. I just love the unscented variety. That's just me. I don't need any extra scent. I keep a bar of Native in my backpack because I'm on the go. So, you know, sometimes I ended up doing like a 20-hour day, and I just want to like just a little freshen up because I sweat like crazy. It's effective. It's natural. You know, Becky and I are trying to live a more natural life, and it's just great. This really helps us do it.
For 20% off your first purchase, go to nativedeodorant.com and use the promo code TRYGUYS. That's nativedeodorant.com, promo code TRYGUYS.
TikTok.
Well, maybe I should get on there. I mean, I've been focused on just being a good father. But like maybe I can, during the workday, take some TikTok time.
I definitely...
Wait, Ned, maybe that can be your angle on TikTok is you can be a father figure to everyone on the app. You can just be
Just
like...
give advice.
Like,
Sounds,
hey, what's up, guys? It's Daddy Ned. I just want to tell
I don't
you
know if
I'm
I
proud
like
of you,
this.
and you're going to do great on the test tomorrow.
Hey, guys, it's Dad. And today...
I like this.
Can you clean up your clothes?
Hey,
Hey,
you know,
TikTok, it's Daddy Ned. I just want to tell you, it's looking like it's past your bedtime, so why don't you wrap up the
My
TikTok?
TikTok is always just the thing that gets people to close out their session and turn off the app. Yeah, I'm sure TikTok would
You know,
love that.
you talking to the camera like it's your baby feels very TikTok appropriate.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, this is weird. Like,
The fact that I am grossed out by the entire tenor of this conversation probably means it's a good idea.
And speaking
So-
of being grossed out,
Go ahead and
people
snuggle
had
up underneath those covers.
people had their
Whoa.
Thanksgivings and people got drunk. And when people get drunk listening to the podcast, they email in at imdrunktryguys@gmail.com. We have received billions of emails, and one of them is entitled Must Have Recipe. Can I get a fake name?
Oh, Alejandro
Alejandro.
Smith.
Don't call my name.
Alejandro. Keith, would you mind reading this drunk email from one of our listeners, Alejandro?
Hi, guys. And Miles. Here it is. What you needed. I'm home now. I'm just saying into my phone because I can't type right now. I can't type right now. Here it is, chocolate milk Cheerios. The only bad part you got to put the milk in first, because you can't put the milk in the bowl. You put the syrup in the boat. can mix it up, and then and then you can put the chairs on top of it, which sucks because no one likes to put the Cheerios on top of the milk.
Oh, I get what
you
you're
have
saying.
to put Cheers first, then the milk, and I want Elsa Satanist. I think
That's what happens in Frozen 2. That's awesome.
I think this makes sense. Anyhow, now you have the recipe that you needed to have in your life. So next time you're high, like I am, the way I'm high, don't think I said that before. This isn't drunk. This is high.
Wow.
Now you have the recipe that you needed in your life. You're welcome, and you're welcome. Bye.
That's a real legit high voice to text email.
3 punctuation marks in that whole thing. And they're all up at the top. The first 3 or 4 are sentences, and then it is from here to here with no guidance as to where to pause or influctuate. And it was clearly all voice to text, which is how we got, you put the chairs on top, put the syrup in the boat, and I want Elsa Satanist.
That's like, those are Migos lyrics. Put the chair on top.
So basically, they're just saying you should make chocolate milk Cheerios by making chocolate milk in the bowl and then putting Cheerios.
Sounds like she's using Hershey syrup.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So the Cheerios go on top like a little.
Just so you can mix the milk together.
Yeah,
I think
mix
you
the
could
milk
have
first.
made chocolate milk in another glass and then poured it into the Cheerios.
No.
But
No.
she's high.
Wow, chocolate milk, man.
I got some beef.
Drop that beat.
always
Oh,
have
I have an
beats.
update to your beat from last week.
Wow.
Do you want the update first or after?
I want it after.
Okay.
My new beef
Keith's got the beef.
is Facebook ads. Facebook keeps advertising boner pills to me. I do not need the boner pills. And I'm like, how did Facebook even allow this many boner pill companies to buy ad space? Each time I see it, I say, hide ad. Why? Irrelevant. I do not need no boner pills.
What's the ad say?
They say things like, now you can last for 3 hours instead of 5 minutes. First of all, I don't want to go have sex for 3 hours. I'm dehydrated now from the podcast. But if I had sex for 3 hours with these knees, with this bag, no. I need more than just a boner pill.
But how did you get targeted in the first place?
I don't
What have you been
know.
Facebook searching?
Keith, you know that ads are not random. They are related to your
So-
search history and or the microphone that's secretly monitoring you all the
At
time.
all times.
I do say boner a lot.
Oh,
as a
maybe
joke.
Hey, maybe.
That's it, Keith.
But I think it's actually on Instagram. The only other thing I get advertised on there is this like things that are like, put your face or your dog's face in a book. And it was because I shared that ad to Becky because her grandmother has a dog. And we thought, oh, that'd be cute to put her grandmother's dog in a book and give it to her grandmother. But now I'm also only getting ads being like, do you want your name in a song? Do you want your face in a book? Do you want your dog as a plushie? It's like, no, I don't. I don't want those things. And also, I don't want boner pills. And that's all I get.
Sure, I Google how to better boner, but it's as a joke.
It's how to make better boner jokes. Best boner joke, Google.
I will say that sometimes those ads can be incredibly effective. For example, the Black Friday deals were pretty good. So I
especially at tryguys.com.
Yeah, especially at tryguys.com. Black Friday, select items up to 50% off. Wow.
Never know when you're being advertised to.
But no, I was looking at some speakers, right? Guess now the West is getting a little older. We maybe get some cool sound for the movies. And I looked at them, but I didn't buy them.
Oh,
Great deal,
Yeah.
didn't buy them.
Mhm.
Now, a day later, I get every single ad on any website I go to. It's just like for the particular speakers that I had in my cart and didn't buy. And now I'm like, well, maybe I should get them. They're still on sale. And then today, Cyber Monday hits, and they're like, we got even more things on sale. And there's even more ads. And just my feed is littered with a product that I actually am kind of like considering getting, and probably the additional advertising will push me over the edge to,
direct marketing
Get
101.
it.
Though the thing that I want to the computers to figure out is once I've already purchased something to stop advertising it to me. Because once you buy those speakers, they're not going to be like, great, we got them. They're just going to keep telling you to get the same thing over and over again.
You said you knew an update about the Taco Bell situation.
Very quick, but hung out with Kelsey, a good friend, host of the Confidently Insecure podcast, who went to the Taco Bell thing. Not only was it a Taco Bell event, but they gave everyone free Xboxes.
No.
What?
Are you
kidding? The new Xbox. And are you ready for this? Not only is it an Xbox, it's a Taco Bell Xbox. So every time you turn it on, it goes dung.
Whoa.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
It's a fucking Taco Bell Xbox.
Wow.
And I could have had it, but I was filming a video.
You were invited. You were invited.
I was invited.
You got it as a +1.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm an esteemed guest.
I'm a PS4 boy, and I still want that.
Hell yeah, I want that. I just wanted to turn it on.
Dong.
Dung.
I do so much good. You know, I review so much garbage. I put so much garbage into this body so that people out there know which garbage is the best for their body. And do I get an Xbox? Dung. No. Do I get invited to a neat soiree of Crunchwrap Supremes? No.
Oh, Keith,
I get boner pill
Keith,
advertisements. Yeah.
You do have a sold out hot sauce.
Hey, you're right.
True.
You're right.
Why advertise for somebody else's boner pills
That's true.
when you can advertise for your own?
Oh, and I'll tell you.
Should we make a boner pill? Oh, wait, because we would be good at it. We could
Our
have 4
primarily
different
young
varieties.
female demographic.
Ooh, one that's good for love making. One that's good for hard.
Okay. Okay.
One that's good for.
Why did you gesture towards me when you said hard fucking? You just immediately looked right at me.
Keith, what if you say that the hot sauce is an aphrodisiac?
I mean, it is.
What if it's because like boner pills are so old. No one wants boner pills.
Boner
anymore.
hot
I want
sauce?
boner sauce.
Boner sauce.
I want boner sauce.
These days, in a fragmented ad landscape, it's harder and harder than ever to stand out. So get a bottle of boner sauce
Get a
today.
bottle of Keith's Mojo Juice.
Oh God.
Can I go on a quick tangent from this drunk email?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how we got started.
Alejandro said, Elsa Satanist. Has anyone seen Frozen 2 besides me?
Not yet. I really
yet,
want
But
to.
be
so.
very
No
careful
one else has seen
about
Frozen
how much
2.
you talk about other companies' intellectual
Oh, I
property
know.
and
I know.
the potential devil, whatever. Just don't talk about Elsa being Satanist.
Oh,
Probably
no.
not.
But there is a lot of magic, and there's a lot of magic in this movie.
She seems like she's
Yeah.
straight up a superhero now, and
She-
that's dope.
Yeah.
So what did you think of Frozen 2? Eugene?
I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm a big. People know I'm a huge animation nerd, so I was opening on weekend, ready to go,
Yeah.
and it's cool. It's kind of like Frozen meets The Last Airbender.
Whoa.
awesome.
Yeah,
Really?
it gets a little more. It gets a little less Disney princess canon, a little more like Nickelodeon cartoon. It just has like elements that are a little more goofy. Like Kristoff has a song that's literally like a Meatloaf style 80s ballad.
Becky played some of these songs.
That's
for
so
me.
funny.
They are fun.
Like the reindeer in his mind are singing with him. Yeah, it's great, and it's so gay. I think Frozen series is one of the gayest Disney
Oh, awesome.
films in the canon, like up there with Mulan and whatever Cruella de Vil was doing.
Did you like it more or less than the first?
I think I liked the first more still, just because I think it had a stronger storyline, but the second one was more fun. Yeah.
Oh, great.
It was more fun, but I recommend it. I know a lot of people like to shit on Frozen because it was very mega popular, and I think a lot of that was because it was so popular. You naturally like, oh, I want to critique it.
Yeah, sort of like TikTok.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
definitely was that way. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be a part of this. And then I started watching. I'm like, oh, this is actually hilarious. But I was just resentful that something was so popular without me.
But it's good. You'll like it a lot, Keith, too. I think because the music's quite good in it.
Yeah, I've heard the Into the Unknown song, and the
The theme.
That's all you can sing, or else they're gonna come claim this pod.
I don't know what relevance that little ditty has.
It's very
but
relevant.
it's very important to the film, I guess.
Yes.
Because-
Whoa. Speaking of
Yeah.
the animation in Frozen, a meme has been sweeping the nation, and a character has been sweeping our hearts. Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
From The Mandalorian.
Mhm.
Everybody.
And this last episode that happened last weekend is not only one of the best episodes of that show, but I think it's the best whole, like a complete beginning and end story in the Star Wars universe that I've seen in a long time.
Whoa.
We behind.
Yeah,
we
no,
haven't
no
I
seen
won't
spoilers.
spoil it for you, but I will say, like,
We spent 2 days watching The Irishman instead.
that's a mistake. I hear it's a good movie, but
I hear it's really wonderful.
good.
It's
It was
3.5
very
hours
long.
though. Yeah.
There is. We'll get back to Mandalorian, but someone from Uprocks made a guide for how to split The Irishman into a 4-part miniseries. So if you are interested in that, you can go check it out. It's hard for me to suggest that because it feels like you should see a Scorsese movie in theaters, but it's 3.5 fucking hours. So go find that guide.
And it's a Netflix original.
But this one, it's so good. It has romance. It has action. It has moments. It has moments. It's just so fucking good, and it feels like you're watching something from 4, 5, and 6. It feels so
Is this
whole.
This is the one that's very like Seven Samurai influence, where it's single location, like he's protecting a thing.
He's
Okay.
protecting he's protecting a village, basically. It's super dope.
I mean, the moment that Baby Yoda hits the screen, you are like hooked. You're like, I'm kind of into this show. And then that's the ending reveal, and you're like, I'm hooked. This is my new show.
And if you haven't watched it because you're like, oh, what's it gonna be about? How am I gonna do it? The title should be The Adventures of the Mandalorian, because every episode is like an adventure, and it feels like it's an adventure TV show where every episode is on a slightly different adventure. There is a through line of protecting Baby Yoda, but it's like this week's episode was so different than the previous episode. It was so like you could have watched only that episode and you'd get it. So good.
But it's essentially like it's a Western.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's got that sort of, I was hooked just because I like Westerns a lot, like those tropes, and a silent protagonist who's just highly skilled,
strong.
but also like not in touch with his emotions, which is why the contrast with the Baby Yoda as his compatriot is so brilliant. And dare I say, I think I like this more than the current sequels. I would put The Mandalorian up there with the 4 through 6.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So good.
Fuck off.
So I just enjoy it
I don't
more.
know.
Yeah, I just think it's stronger.
We all like The Mandalorian, but come on now.
I don't know.
I'm not there yet.
One of my dad friends sent this to me. He said, it's mostly a show about the difficulty of managing childcare logistics, and I'm here for it. I was like, yes, Daddy. Yes, that's right. Like, I'm getting a special joy out of it.
Yeah.
I did.
That Baby Yoda.
Oh my God, how many dads could dress up as Mandalorian and make their baby?
Oh my
Baby
God!
Yoda. That's a brilliant
do
Halloween
dress
costume.
up for Christmas
I
decorations?
think, but it came.
Because I'm gonna do it.
It came after Halloween this year, so next year we're gonna see a lot of those.
Whoa!
I've already decided I wanted to be Baby Yoda for Halloween, but maybe it'll be too popular.
I bet people are going to dress up as that for the premiere of the final Star Wars film.
I'll do it.
I'll
I'll do it.
I tweeted this out, but I do want to say, as someone who is literally an old man baby who just sips his little soup and tea in the corner, it is a thrill to see the surge in our popularity online. The memes about little old man babies, because he's 50.
He's apparently 50, but
Yeah.
they age slower. The
they
Yoda
grow to
species.
like 800.
He's born as a wrinkled Bernie Sanders baby man, and it's awesome.
Because I believe Yoda himself lived up to 800 something, almost 1,000.
Which I love these facts that you would never know if you watch the movies. If you
It's-
religiously watch the movies for your entire life, you would never have that piece of information.
No, of course you know that.
That's in the movie?
Yes.
He says, I'm 800 years old?
Or 900 years.
Okay, then
Yeah,
I rescind my comment.
but a lot of it you have to research after, like most of us Googled, like what the fuck is Yoda as a species? And George Lucas has been incredibly like silent on it because he likes the idea of the mystery surrounding the mysterious like helper figure. You know, he wanted Yoda to be without backstory.
Well, that
That's
is
kind of cool because it
It is
means
very
like
cool.
maybe this species has like more innate force powers than other species.
And there's only been one other Yoda shown in the entire canon, which is in episode 1 in the council.
Yeah,
and
there's
it's
a
a lady.
super
It's a
old-
lady Yoda.
Yeah.
and she hot.
But then they got rid of her after that. They were like, no, that
Have you
didn't really
seen all
work.
the memes with just it's Yoda and the girl from Gremlins 2, the girl
Yes.
Gremlin from Gremlins 2? It's so funny.
Yes.
And that I mean, they do kind of look like they could get it on.
Baby Yoda looks like a Mogwai,
Yeah.
like the fuzzy one.
I still can't believe Yoda lost to Emperor Palpatine.
Quick sweater update. My spots have almost entirely dried. We've got 2 more blotches that might be the main tea.
That's the tea.
But there was tea all over because I blotted everything.
Right.
So I think that's the main concentrate. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted. I'll do some investigative journalism on my various socials. Look for it on TikTok. we'll post it there. Ooh, also go see Knives Out. That movie's dope. Well, if you spill...
You did see it?
Yeah, I saw this.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about it.
I mean, you want to talk about it?
I just want to talk about how
We're
hot Chris
talking
Evans
about
is.
things that the view. I'm sure the listeners are like, you like that? Oh, and you like that too. Oh, that's neat.
It's very hard for
it's
it's hard for us not to
Wow.
make this a constant pop culture podcast.
It's also, we shoot these on Monday morning, so we haven't seen each other all weekend, and the weekend is when you catch up on the TV. This is basically our water cooler conversation.
We should call the title of the podcast the water cooler conversation.
Yeah, I'd say we do not deliver on the promise of the title at all. We try nothing on this pod.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing tried.
Maybe your patience.
Whoa!
And with that, it's time to move to everybody's favorite segment. He is the youngest person here. He is the least experienced person here. And he has got some advice for you. On advice that will go for miles with Miles.
Bonsignore.
What's up, Miles Nation? Woo! Woo! Do you want your identity to be wiped off the face of your license?
It'd be hard to get into everywhere.
Do you want your cash to be given to a teenager named Milo in Cincinnati? The dark web is a mysterious place.
Get on 4chan.
Go on 4chan.
No.
No.
Your identity and your cash and your social security numbers and your bank numbers are all about to be gotten by the gremlin named Milo from Cincinnati. He's going to call you and say, I'm from your bank. And you're going to say, okie dokie, here's my code. Take my shit, you fucking asshole.
Whoa.
Oh.
My advice to you is to A, get a password momager, and B, get a VPN.
Vippin.
Now, here's the deal. Over Thanksgiving break, I was called by somebody who I did not get his name, but once I asked to say his name was Alex Bloomberg. If that sounds like a fake name, that's correct. It was a fake name.
I don't know. He sounds rich.
Maybe. He's the leader of the Gimlet Podcast Network. That's that guy's name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he asked me, hey, what's up? We're from your bank. We got a fraud alert. I got a text that said, hey, this is the amount of money that was charged, fraud detection, etc. He calls me. He asked for this code. I say, okay, here's the code because they texted it to me, but it seemed kind of weird. And I gave him the code and he was like, all right, cool. We're actually going to send you that code again. And I was like, oh, why are you sending it to me again? It was a whole confusing thing. And I said, I think you're a phishing scammer. I think you're trying to scam me. And he said, no, sir, I'm not. And I said, can I hang up and call the number again? He said, no, don't do that because they'll be bad. We'll charge your account. And his number looked like the number on the back of my debit card. They were spoofing the credit card number.
Ooh,
Yeah.
scam.
So then he was going to try and log into your actual bank account.
Yes. So what he was doing was on
and
my
trigger
account.
a second code, and then you tell it to him over the phone.
Yeah. So what he was
Oh
doing
my
was
God.
like hitting two-factor authentication. And then he was saying, all right, I'm going to send you a code. Hitting that button, it was texting me a code. And then I was going to tell him that code and he was just going to change my password and go to my account. Wow. And so I have been on the phone with Capital One for weeks. I've spent hours on hold. Every single dollar of my money is completely frozen. I cannot access any of it. They had to change my account numbers, my debit cards, everything.
Damn.
It is the biggest pain in the ass. But I guess then after that, I got a password manager, changed all my passwords because once they have one password,
Have them all
Have
because
them
you
all.
definitely aren't a smart person and you definitely use the same slight variation.
You know, Miles, you could have avoided this if you got advice that would go for the length of your jeans by Eugene.
oh, I love that.
Never answer your phone.
I'm on board with that.
Especially if it's a group of numbers with no contact associated. Because no one fucking talks on the phone anymore except for people who are trying to scam you.
If you call me,
good
you're a
advice.
cop.
I full on don't have a voicemail answerer.
Oh, mine's been full, and that's
No, I mean, I'm like, it says there is no voicemail box. You know why? There's no reason you can only contact me via phone. If you know who I am, there's plenty of ways to contact me. Leaving a message, fuck off. It just proves to people that they have reached me.
Right.
I don't want them to even know they've reached me.
Right.
I don't answer the phone, and you can't leave a message.
That sucks, Miles.
I know, it's a
Yeah,
bummer.
it does suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, but although now that that's done, like they didn't get any of my money. They just like were
Nice.
able to they froze everything away. But yeah, they were able to, like, even if they call and it looks like the number, it's probably not them. They were spoofing the number. And when I talked to Capital One, they were like, yeah, like this is like an elite ring of people that's been attacking our customers for like a long time. They're
Dude,
very smart.
They're elite, and they targeted you. What does that say about you? It
I'm
means
fucking
you
elite.
are dope. You're an
It means
elite.
I'm a fucking
Ipso
elite.
facto, you're elite, Miles.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Those
Appreciate it.
scamming companies it's like a multi-billion-dollar business.
Yeah, and you also have to be
Billion?
careful. You don't want people to have your phone number. Your phone number.
I agree.
No, but people think that like your phone number is secure in any way. If you give someone your phone number, they can what's called SIM swapping. They can take your phone number, call the phone company, and there's like almost everybody, when you call the phone company, almost all of them have the ability to do this. You can call them and just say, hey, I'm changing my SIM card to my phone number to a new SIM card. They SIM swap you, and they automatically have all your emails, all your texts, and they're able to go onto it. So you don't want people to have your phone number. Like
you mean people?
Anybody.
I gave
like,
Keith my number.
That's fine. But like anybody you don't know, you don't want it to be posted anywhere. And for you guys, it's different because you don't want. But like they can just.
What about
hack
like
you.
what about like when I sign up for something online and like they need my number? I mean, I try to never put it in.
if you
but-
trust that service? But
Yeah,
there's
right.
leaks all the time.
Just everybody.
So forgive me if I've talked about this, but the idea of spoofing, if people don't know what that is, basically they can make the number that they're calling from look like any number. And so 2 days before my birthday last year, do you not know this story, Miles?
No, I don't think so.
I woke up to my phone buzzing out of control. And I was getting a phone call every half a second. Give me 3 fake digits.
421.
So let's say my area code was 421. They were all 421 numbers. And I feel like I talked about this on the podcast.
Maybe,
Whatever.
but
doesn't matter. It's fascinating.
It was crazy that it happened.
And I was getting, so everything, I couldn't even like stop my phone. So I just had to like very quickly put it on airplane mode and stop. I'm like, what's going on? I was still on Wi-Fi and I was getting texts from 421 numbers and they were all, who is this? Hey, missed a call. Who is this? So what was happening, as I surmised, and our Patreon helped me figure it out because I didn't know the world of spoofing at all, is they were calling, just blasting thousands upon thousands of people with my number for a telemarketer call. When people saw the missed number, they assumed, oh, well, this isn't an 800 number. This is a friendly 421. It must be my neighbor or my friend or whatever. Or maybe my wife locked herself out of the house. And I was getting texts back of people like continuing conversations. This lasted for a week. And I decided to not deactivate my phone because I assumed that I was going to be getting like birthday texts from friends 2 days later. And I didn't want to miss, like, there's going to be that one text message from someone I haven't talked to in 4 years. And then I'm not going to respond to his birthday text. And he's going to be like, you know what? Zach's changed. Fuck that guy. And it's going to be the end of our friendship. So I kept it and I just weathered the storm on airplane mode for a week with only Wi-Fi. But, just imagine if I got, easily over 200 texts and thousands of calls. Yeah. Those are just the people that called back. So multiply that, what percentage of people you think actually are replying to those? The people that spoof your numbers, the scale and the speed of which they are doing this is unbelievable. So be safe out there, y'all.
The other thing was VPN, just a short plug for any VPNs. There's a bunch of them. I use NordVPN, not a sponsor, but they got paid. If you are ever on public Wi-Fi, you should be using a VPN. If you are not, people can set up what's called a pineapple. This is super common. It sounds like a crazy
Sounds
CIA
delicious.
thing. Pineapple is where they go into like an airport. You ever connected to Boingo Hotspot
Yeah.
or Linksys?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So if you connect to any one of those things, they can look at your IP address and track your stuff online. And if they're good at hacking, which people who have a pineapple generally are, they can see your computer. So they can see all your web activity. Because what they're doing is you're connecting to the internet through their system and they're just watching. They're just like linked in. So on passwords, when you type in your username and password, it shows the first digit of everything. So if they're watching your computer, they're able to just see what your password is. And then,
But what if I take my hand and I cover the screen?
you're good.
Nice.
You're
Yeah.
golden.
Can they hack into your camera?
Yes,
So they
they
can
can.
see your See your face?
Mm-hmm. That is not very hard.
There was always the fear that like, oh, you got to put a little piece of tape over your camera in case someone's watching. When I heard that, I just started getting naked in front of my camera all the time because I know they don't want to see this. If someone's hacking into my camera and they just see my little dick like wobbling all over my apartment, they'd be like, oh, fuck this. We chose the wrong one. Goodbye.
Well, that's how they find out Keith needs boner pills.
I don't need boner pills.
Keith's sitting there in front of his computer going, oh, if only I had bigger, longer boners.
I want to have sex for 4
4
hours.
That would be great. You would hate that.
It would be awesome
I
if
would never want to have sex that long.
people playing this podcast, their phone listens and hears it, and now you all get better boner advertisements on Facebook. I hope that for all of you.
Well, this has been a really fun podcast. We got to talk about things that we like, things that we don't like. It was just really all around perfect, I would say. Perfect podcast. Another perfect episode in the books. Woo! And what do our audience, what do they have to look forward to the rest of this month? 3 videos a week. That's awesome. We have all the podcasts are still going on. We have all these wonderful new merchandise things, and they're probably not on sale anymore.
But it's not too late to get them for Christmas. We got merch. We got signed copies of our book online. If you go act right now, that is the best gift I think that's ever existed.
Yeah, that's kind of gotten lost in the shuffle with our dope new tracksuits and sweatsuits. But we actually on our website have signed copies of our #1 New York Times bestseller, The Hidden Power of Fucking Up. It's a great gift. And, it means a little more if it's signed.
And that book is a great way to tell your loved ones, like, hey, I love you, but also you got some things to work on.
Is it better than like a Baby Yoda doll, though?
Do they sell them yet?
No.
They must,
don't.
right?
No, they don't.
They don't, which is insane. How do they release the show and not have the Baby Yodas?
You know Disney merch is on that
I
right
know,
now.
but they're late.
How are they not
How are
ahead
they
of
not
it?
already on it anyway? This has been the TryPod. Keith, hit us with the official TryPod theme song.
Baby Yoda, come and get yourself Baby Yoda. Touching buttons, Baby Yoda. He can float and Baby Yoda saves the Mandalorian.
Until next time, stay beautiful.
You know, it's Pedro Pascal.
I want to see that beautiful face of his.
Yeah.
Baby Yoda.